Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel 100% Pure Elvis. Thank you all for taking the time out to return to my channel today, and if you are new to the channel, welcome aboard. And if you haven't as yet subscribed and you enjoy this upload, hit that subscribe button. It helps make my channel grow. And welcome to the 100% Pure Elvis family. What I'm going to share with you all today is my favorite Elvis Presley UK #1 singles. There's 18 to get through in total. He's had 21 so far in the UK singles chart, but some of them have reached the #1 chart position more than once. So this 18 that I'm sharing with you comes from the box set number 18 UK #1s, and the box set I have here is the CD singles box set. Now, when I was doing this list of my favorite UK #1s from Elvis, it was very difficult for me indeed, because I love every single UK #1 single that Elvis has had. Obviously, I've got favorites, I've got least favorites, but again, my least favorite doesn't mean I don't like the song. It's just, for me, it's possibly the one that I listen to the least out of the top 18. And I'm going to start in reverse order, if you don't mind. And what I'm going to share with you all is how long that single spent at #1 in the UK charts and the year of its release. And again, what I would love to hear in the comments below is, as I'm talking with you all and after you've watched this upload, share your thoughts on where you would put them in the list of your favorite UK #1s from Elvis. Would you put some of the singles higher or lower? I'd really love your feedback on that. Maybe do your list of your top 18 favorite UK #1s from Elvis. Now, I'd love to see that, and maybe I'll get a poll going as well on my channel where people can interact with regards to their favorites. Let's make a start. Position 18, A Little Less Conversation from 2002. You'll see that I'm reading from my pad below because I've got some information on here that I want to show it and I don't want to get it wrong. So this was released in 2002 and spent 4 weeks at #1. For me, great UK #1, remixed by JXL. It's my least favorite because I don't normally like remixes, and every other UK #1 is pure Elvis, so I had to put this last. But again, what a great remix of a great song from A Little Less Conversation from the movie Live a Little, Love a Little. In at number 18 from 2002, 4 weeks at #1. Now, in at number 17, you might wonder, why have you put this so low in your list of your favourite Elvis #1s? It's because it's never been a favourite of mine. It's a song I don't really listen to a great deal. It's one of my mum's favourites. But again, you know, for me, I like the song, but again, it's not one of my favourite #1 singles. Are You Lonesome Tonight from 1961 spent 4 weeks at the top of the charts, and it had a flip side of I Gotta Know. So number 17 in my list, Are You Lonesome Tonight from 1961, 4 weeks at #1. The next, again, is from 1961, and it spent 6 weeks at the top of the charts. Wooden Heart, with a flip side of Puppet on a String. I prefer the B-side, Puppet on a String. I do like Wooden Heart, but to me it's, I don't know how to say it. I don't really enjoy the song a great deal, if I'm quite honest with you. But again, getting to #1 and #1 for 6 weeks, absolutely great. And but yeah, I prefer the B-side, Puppet on a String. What's your thoughts? In at number 15 was Elvis Presley's only UK Christmas #1 to date. You never know, he might have a Christmas #1 in the future. Return to Sender from 1962, spent 3 weeks at #1, with a flip side of Where Do You Come From? Again, people might be wondering, why is this so low in your favourite UK #1s from Elvis? Again, I just think there's better ones. So In at 15, returned to sender, 3 weeks at number 1 in 1962. In at number 14, spent 2 weeks at number 1 in 1965, Crying in the Chapel, with a flip of I Believe in the Man in the Sky. Again, a beautiful song, but again, I've got more personal favourites in the list I'm sharing with you. So Crying in the Chapel, in at number 14, spent 2 weeks at number 1 in 1965. The next one, from in at number 13, from 1957, All Shook Up, with a flip side of That's When Your Heartaches Begin. Again, both great songs and a great UK number 1 from Elvis. But again, I've got personal more favourites of number 1s from Elvis. Again, you might think this is quite low down in my list, but again, this is my personal opinion, but please share yours. All Shook Up from 1957, 7 weeks at the top of the charts. The next one, again, is from 1958, 3 weeks at the top of the chart, Jailhouse Rock, with a flip side of Treat Me Nice. I loved Jailhouse Rock and I loved Treat Me Nice. I loved the movie as well. And look at the reverse there, 2 great images of Elvis. So again, Jailhouse Rock, in at number 12, 3 weeks at number 1 from 1958. In at number 11, just outside the top 10 of my favourite number 1 singles, Rockahula Baby, with a flip of Can't Help Falling in Love. Obviously, my favourite is the flip side, Can't Help Falling in Love. And this spent 4 weeks at number 1 in 1962. The album, Blue Hawaii, spent at number 1 for months on end. I think as you're looking at, I think it was 12, 16 weeks, I believe. I might be incorrect, but the soundtrack album was number 1 for weeks on end. So Rockahula Baby, in at number 11, spent 4 weeks at number 1, 1962. In at number 10, from 1963, You're the Devil in Disguise, spent 1 week at number 1. I can't believe it only spent 1 week at number 1. And this had a flip side of Please Don't Drag That String Around. So You're the Devil in Disguise, a number 1 from 1963, spent 1 week at number 1. In at number 9, now again, I thought long and hard about where should I put this number 1 in my list of favourite Elvis Presley number 1 singles. And, you know, it has special meaning to me. But I've got, obviously, the list I'm sharing with you, I've got more personal favourites. But it's Elvis's last UK number 1 up until A Little Less Conversation from 1977, way down, spent 5 weeks at the top of the charts with the flip side of Pledging My Love. Absolutely, what a great last number 1 here. And there we go on the reverse. But absolutely adore this number 1 single from 1977, 5 weeks at the top of the charts. In at number 8 is, I think, possibly my mum's favourite UK number 1 from Elvis. Marie's the Name, his latest flame, spent 4 weeks at number 1 in 1961. I had a flip side of Little Sister. So again, 2 great tracks. For me, you know, great number 1 from Elvis, 4 weeks at number 1 from 1961. In at number 7, One Night, I Got Stung, spent 3 weeks at number 1 in 1959. I prefer the flip side of I Got Stung. What's your personal opinion? Do you prefer One Night or do you prefer I Got Stung? But again, a great number 1 single from 1959, 3 weeks at the top of the charts. In at number 6, from 1962, spent 5 weeks at number 1. Good Luck Charm, with the flip side of Anything That's Part of You. I just love this UK number 1 from Elvis. Such a great number 1 single. 5 weeks at the top of the charts. I must admit that this has to be one of my least favourite images of Elvis on a single. I just don't like the image used of Elvis here on the front. But again, I love the single. It's a Good Luck Charm from 1962, 5 weeks at number 1, with the flip side of Anything That's Part of You. Number 5 in my list of favourite UK number 1s from Elvis is from 1959, and it spent 5 weeks at number 1. Now and Then, There's a Fool Such as I, with, on the flip side, I Need Your Love Tonight. Subscribers to my channel will be aware that my favourite Elvis song from the 1950s is the flip side, I Need Your Love Tonight. But I couldn't put this any higher because we're talking about the A side, Now and Then There's a Fool Such as I. So again, I couldn't put this any higher than number 5 in my favourite Elvis Presley UK number 1 singles. But I Need Your Love Tonight is my favourite Elvis song from the 1950s. And this spent 5 weeks at number 1 in 1959. Look, on the reverse, there you go, on the reverse. In at number 4, Elvis Presley's best ever selling number 1 single. I think it's his best selling single in the UK as well. And it's from 1960. It's Now or Never. It spent 8 weeks at number 1. And it has a flip side of A Mess of Blues. But It's Now or Never, for me, it's always been a favourite of mine. His vocal performance in this song is just outstanding. And again, I would have preferred Elvis to have sang this in concert more. I know he did sing it live on the odd occasion in concert. I just wish he would have done it a lot more. Such a great song. 8 weeks at number 1 from 1960. It's Now or Never, flip side of A Mess of Blues. Going into the top 3. Number 3 is from 1961, and it spent 4 weeks at the top of the charts. Surrender. I just love this song. Absolutely. Such a great song and a great number 1 single from Elvis. And it has a flip side of Lonely Man. 4 weeks at number 1 from 1961. Again, I prefer the A side, Surrender. Lonely Man's a great song, but Surrender, outstanding. It was very close between It's Now or Never and Surrender, but I had to push Surrender that one place higher because I personally do prefer this. So my third favourite Elvis UK number 1 from 1961, Surrender, 4 weeks at the top of the charts. Have you guessed what's number 2 yet? From 1962, 3 weeks at number 1. She's Not You. This is my twin brother's favourite Elvis UK number 1 single. He absolutely adores this single. And the flip side, Just Tell Her Jim Said Hello, is one of my personal favourites and one of my mum's personal favourite Elvis songs. But again, it's difficult. If Just Tell Her Jim Said Hello was the A side, I might possibly say that's my favourite out of the 2. It might sound a bit silly here, but I just adore She's Not You as well. If push come to shove, I'd have to say She's Not You is my favourite. And yeah, it's my second favourite Elvis Presley number 1 single. 3 weeks at number 1 in 1962. you're probably all now aware, you are probably all aware now what my favourite Elvis Presley UK #1 single is. It's from 1970. It's the superb The Wonder of You. I absolutely adore this single. And again, I love the image on the front as well. What a great image of Elvis. And it's got a flip side of Mama Liked the Roses. Again, a personal favourite of my mum's as well. But the way Elvis sings this live, absolutely stunning. This had to go at #1. It was a no-brainer for me. And again, but the list I've just shared with you was very, very difficult indeed. So again, in the comments below, please share your favourite Elvis UK #1 singles. You don't have to do the complete top 18 if you don't want to. Maybe do your top 5 favourite Elvis UK #1 singles. If you are, again, unsure what order to put them in, don't worry about it. Just do your top 5, and doesn't matter what order they're in. And then I can look at everyone's favourites. And then what I'll look at doing is I'm going to get a poll started on my channel where I will be putting the top 18 UK #1s that Elvis has had so far. And then again, people can choose what their favourites are. So please interact on that one if you don't mind. So I'm going to quickly go in reverse order. So #1, my favourite, going down to my least favourite, The Wonder of You. My favourite, She's Not You. Surrender. It's Now or Never. And Now and Then There's a Fool Such as I. Good Luck Charm. One Night. Marie's the Name, His Latest Flame. Way Down. You're the Devil in Disguise. Rockahula Baby. Jailhouse Rock. All Shook Up. Crying in the Chapel. Return to Sender. Wooden Heart. Are You Lonesome Tonight? And finally, A Little Less Conversation. Now, again, if you are also wondering about the CD singles in this box set, again, you can still purchase them on eBay singly. So if you've got this box set and you haven't collected all of the 18 CD singles that are inside, again, you can still get them on eBay. They might not be numbered editions because, again, I didn't fill this box set until quite recent, if I'm quite honest with you. You can see, I've just chosen one here. Some of them are limited edition numbered here. And then let me just try and choose another one that's not, if you don't mind. Now, see what I mean? This one's not. What I had to do, because I missed some of the CD singles when they were being released, they were sold out. So I had to go onto eBay and get this box completed, and because that was really important to me. So again, if you are interested in this box set, it's always available on eBay, and you'll get one CD single with the box set, and then you can start collecting the others that are in the collection. It also came out on vinyl as well, which I don't have in my collection. So again, that's more information on that box set. Now, a quick message to you all. I said I'd be doing this book review over the weekend. Unfortunately, I've only got through about half of this book. And I'm telling you one thing now, it's got to be one of the most comprehensive books on Elvis's early records from 1956 to 1965, and it's from the author Paul Ulner, who kindly sent me this book. And I'm telling you now, thank you so much, Paul. Well, what an array of information you have placed in this book. I'm going to get this review done, I'm hoping, early next week. I don't want to do the review until I have fully gone through the book itself. And the book in question, look at this. Elvis on Record, Volume 1, 1956 to 1965. Look at it. It's such a big book. Now, again, if you are interested in this book, go on to, they're available on eBay. And what I'll do in the comments below, I'm going to give a link to Paul's website as well. And the book is £129. Again, you might be thinking that's a lot of money, but look, it is a big book, a heavy book, vast information inside. I'm just going to give you a quick flip through if you don't mind. And what I mean is, look, it's just, I'm trying to get in, I want to do it justice. And it gives you all the different catalogue numbers for some of the, all the vinyl releases from the UK. And Paul, you have done such a great job. And there is some great images of Elvis throughout. As I was saying, I've not got through all the book as yet. And I don't want to do a thorough review of the book until I've finished it. So Paul, I promise you I will get that review done early next week. And thank you so much. That book is outstanding. Anyone who hasn't got that book, who is an avid Elvis collector and loves information like that, get it into your collection. You will not be disappointed. Paul, I think, is in the process of doing volume 2. And if Paul is able to get volume 2 out, again, that will be purchased by myself. Well done, Paul, on such a great book so far from what I see. So thank you, everyone, for taking the time out to return to the channel today. I thought I'd do something different, share my favourite UK #1 singles with you. And again, as you all know, my channel is all about honesty. If you agree or disagree, share in the comments below, and I'll look forward to reading your comments. And I will reply to you all as quickly as I possibly can. As always, please keep Elvis close to your hearts. Please keep on playing his music, and love to you all. Speak soon, everybody. Bye-bye.